Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Stephen with you again, Bama GA Outdoors. Still out here trying to get them, y'all. It's getting kind of slow on me. I'm not finding them as good this year as I did last year. I may have to take me a trip to the big water out of state. But this morning I'm at a new spot where they finally finished building the bridge. They replaced the old bridge, put in some new culverts. I kind of fished this area before when they had the old culverts and everything, and it was a little bit different. They kind of look like they kind of changed it under here some, because they put these concrete bases down here, and they got these 3 big culverts, and they got a lot more riprap rock out there, so that's all shallow. It drops off into the creeked up area out there, and you got the swamp that it comes out of on the other side of the road. And I fish back over on that side on for another road too. But I'm gonna give it a try right here and see how it goes. You also got this other side over here, comes out of the same swamp. You got another culvert over here. This little creeked up area over here, I may give this a shot. I don't know. I just don't have as much room to stand and cast over there. It's more heavily wooded. It's not as open an area. I was hoping I saw some bluegill down there. I don't see none. But I'm going to give it a try. And we're going to see what we can do. It's chilly out here this morning after having such a beautiful, very warm 81 degree yesterday. 81 degrees this morning. Right now it's windy and it's down, got down into the 30s last night. Right now it's about 43 degrees is what it was showing when I got out of my truck. But I'm gonna give it a try and see if I can catch anything. This used to be a good spot. A lot of people used to fish here, so I'm gonna see if I can catch anything. Y'all ride with me. Hold on. I got a pretty good current coming up out of that area over there where it comes across the road. Staying with the black and chartreuse triple tail curly tail grub with the black head and white eyes. Just gonna see if I get anything, bluegill or anything. Really don't have no expectations, so we just gonna fish and see what happens. Somebody been down here fishing already. I see the little pole holder right here. Might be a good spot for me to bring my baby girl to fish for some bluegill. Oh, dang. Speaking of bluegill, that's what that was right there. Real quick. Triple tap. If I catch anything out of here, that's probably what it'll end up being. I could put on a really small jig head. Dang, just like that, another one. I could put on a really small jig head and a lot smaller jig and probably just wear some bluegills out up in here, but I'm after crappie. I've caught crappie in holes like this my whole life, so I'm hoping that it's some in here and that I can get them to bite. But I don't know if they're gonna be up in here right now because they hadn't been long finished that construction on the bridge, that culvert area. They had it blocked off up into a couple of weeks ago, but I'm hoping the fish may have moved up in here. We had that rain after the storms, and I could see where the water level was, and it's gone down some. So Oh yeah, and I'm still using my 33 Classic spin cast. I miss fishing with this thing. I use those regular open face spinning reels so much. But when I get this thing in my hand, it's just so quick and easy and so smooth casting. I don't want to put it down too much. I left my loose speed spool on back of the truck. There he is. Yep, little baby Crappie. I told you it was some Crappie in here. Thank you, Lord. Knew it had to be. Told you I've been catching Crappie out of holes like this my whole life. So, look at him. He be some great flathead bait or blue cat bait. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, little buddy. Throw you over there. But if it's some small ones, it's got to be some big ones in him. So that's one. Let's just see. Oh Lord, what in the world? Is that a big old turtle? That mug popped up. A lot of times in these small little holes like this, when I was younger, it would be a stack full of just slabs. I mean, just stacked up with slabs. But that ain't always the case everywhere you go. Every hole like this might not be stacked up with them. Might not be stacked with fish. Period. It is very windy out here this morning. All that vegetation, moss or whatever. I tried to come through where it looks a little deeper over by this riprap. Whew, I should have put my hat on, but my head cold. I had to wear my beanie. I can't see for that sun. That sun reflecting off that water. This creek flows into a big slewed up stumpy area over here off the road, and then that flows into a pay lake over across from the slough. There's like two. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a little better one. That's another Crappie, y'all. Uh-oh. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. They in here. Where the big ones at? Another good flathead size. Thank you, Lord. But this feeder waters, this creek is feeder waters for a pay lake. And it's kind of crazy because it's a big laked up area that's swampy, full of stumps. They had drained all the water out of it earlier this year, and I come through there and it was just empty, no water. And when I passed by it a few minutes ago, it was full again. And I would love to fish in there. Oh man, just had another bite. Put my little boat in there, but crap. Uh-oh. No. Don't it. All right, y'all, I know what I'm finna do. I hope it don't break. Dang, just replaced all my lures and floats. Well, that's what happened when I'm fishing with this reel a lot. This reel throws so smooth, you barely flick your wrist and it goes flying. So let me go get my tackle bag. I didn't bring it down here with me because I really didn't know what to expect, but I'll be back with y'all in a second. Hold on. All right, y'all, I'm reloaded. So I changed my whole rig. I went with a pink head, white eye, dark green and chartreuse single curly tail grub. And I went with one of these floats that I ain't used in a long time. It's kind of a pin style, but it's spring loaded. And this one is weighted. It's still like those slip rigs that I use, but this one's spring loaded, and you don't have the option to run the line through the float. I used to use these a lot as a kid because I like to see them go in reverse when you get the bite. You definitely feel a little bit more resistance with these coming through the water. It's about the same depth I was at. I was trying to see about going on the other side. When I went up to my truck to get the tackle bag, I was trying to see about going on that other side, fishing from over there, going back this way, but I don't know how well that'll work out. Plus, I was trying to figure out if I could get my floating jig off that tree. I don't like the way they're staring back at me. This little spot got my hopes up to bring my little girl down here because it's a pretty clean spot right here. And I feel good about bringing her down here. Let her catch some bluegill because I know it's some bluegill in here. I got another spot that I had did a video on that I'm gonna probably, I was thinking about going to check it out this morning. I'll probably ride over there to see the water level, but I still can't figure out, or I'm still in the process of figuring out how to get down to the water. And I know with the rain we've had lately, the water coming through those culverts is going to be a lot more water than I want to be trying to deal with right now. But I definitely want to fish over there around that one bridge. Found some structure. Crap, right there. Oh, thank you, Lord. I guess those few inches made a big difference. So let me shallow that back up a little bit because I don't want to lose any more lures and floats. Yeah, yesterday, man, I thought them crappie were gonna be on fire over there at that other bridge. I caught that one and then that was it. I was like, crap, man, but sometimes that's the way it is, man. You just hit a one and done and ain't much you can do but move on. That was 2 days in a row that I had went over there and fished that spot. 2 crappie in 2 days. They just either they're not up in there heavy right now and they're on the way up in there, or either they've spawned out early and they decided to move on. Might not like this pink head. I had to stop that. That was selling straight for the bush that other one's hung on. Yeah, they might not like this pink head. I might have to go back to a black one. I like to try different color heads to see what kind of reaction I get. But haven't gotten a bite since I put this pink head on. I'll toss it around a few more times. And then I may change it out, go back to may go to a white head or a black head. They don't seem to be interested in it. I'm gonna do one more cast with this color, and then I'm gonna change if I don't get a bite. Well, look like I may be. Oh, thank you, Lord. I was trying to throw it right around that, but I ended up getting it. I don't know if y'all can see like that big stump right there. It's a tree actually. It goes back that way. I may have to walk down that way just to get a look-see at what's really going on down through there. Alright, I'm gonna change this color out real quick. Y'all hang in there, I'll be right back with you. Alright, y'all. I'm re-rigged. Black and chartreuse, black head, white eyes. I did go downstream and investigate. It's not the place to be. I actually got hung up down there and lost my float, and then had to wait on the current to bring my float close to me so I could get it. And it's a lot of soft, clumped up dirt that's got holes. You step on it and it just gives way. So I'm not gonna be going down there too far. Plus, once you get down past that big stump, it starts getting shallow. So I'm just gonna fish this little hole for a few more minutes. I know this would be a good place for me to bring my baby girl. And even let her cast for some crappie. But this gonna be a good spot for me to bring her some bluegills. If I can get it down here in the little hole, not be packed full of people. Back in the day, before it was even this fishable at all, there used to be people sitting up on the side of the road. I would come through here and there would be 2-3 cars with 4 or 5 people, and they would all be fishing this little spot. So I may have to keep her out of school one day for a daddy-daughter day, and me and her just go fishing. And I bring her over here. There he is. Another little black crappie. This thing is slapped full of these little bitty, I call these catfish bait size, because that's basically what they are. If I wanted some good catfish bait, I come over here and get me a lot of them. Thank you, Lord. They didn't like that. They didn't like that pink head at all. I went right back to that black head and got one. Now, if only I could catch some big ones. Oh, just missed one right there too. I'm so glad the sun came out, because they had said it was going to be cloudy and rainy today, but it's not going to be warm today at all. Dang, I just had a little tap. Not going to be warm. It's only supposed to be a high of like, I think it's supposed to be like 53, 54. And with this breeze out here, it feels quite chilly. So that's what, about 3 I done caught at this little spot, and about 5 bites, 5 or 6 bites. Not bad. Oh man, I missed them. Dang. Ooh, we got a frame. He didn't want it that time. it's a little tree right there. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I've been coming around that, and off to the other side of it, I can see a little stump. Yeah, it was a little bit in the shot. I can see a little stump, and I kind of want to cast around that, but I don't know a good angle to do it from. I came from behind it one time, but I got all that grass and stuff on there. I want to get, boy, that's right up in the sun glare. I can't see nothing. Oh, just had a nibble. Golly. Boy, that'll make your heart beat fast. Them little bitty ones, when they, and you can tell they bluegill because they just give you like that real quick 1, 2, 3 tap. I went to a different style jig head hook. I was using the eagle claws, and they have like this different bend that offset, well, that leaves the hook point sticking out a little farther, and they're great and everything, but I went to a smaller jig head, and this hook is a little bit smaller, so I had to bend the hook point out just a little bit. And them little bluegill, they still can't get their mouth on it. They just tap the bait up. All right, y'all, I'm gonna probably give it about 3 or 4 more casts right here. If I don't do anything, I'm gonna go on to the next spot, which is around the corner and down the street. I'm just out here trying to hunt them down today. I missed him. Dang, I gotta cast right back out there. That ain't where I was trying to cast. Let me let the current take me down a little bit before I start my retrieve. That'll work. Back right there. I was trying to narrow down my decision on those castable depth finder fish finders, and I'm still kind of torn. I like all the info that the Garmin gives, but there was one other brand. It comes with its own screen. You don't have to sync it to your phone, and I was looking at that one too. And there was a third one. I can't remember the name of them. Garmin has been sticking out in my mind a lot. So I'm still debating. Probably gonna make my decision on them here soon, and pull the trigger on one. I just got to do a little more research on them, and make my choice and start seeing what I can do with them. All right, y'all. That's gonna do it for this little spot. I'm gonna go to another one, see what I can get into there. So I'll see y'all on the next one. Have a blessed one. Peace.